Hi, my name's Walter Montero. I'm a real estate and mortgage agent here in Cambridge, Ontario, and I've had the privilege of serving our community since 1987. Over the years, I've met some great people here in our community in many different businesses and walks of life. Some, of course, are well known, and others are some of the best kept secrets in town. So, the purpose of this podcast is to share and introduce them to you. Welcome to the I Love Cambridge podcast. You're Darnell Nevers, Jr.
Correct.
Very good. Okay. Very good. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about the junior part. Are you the second generation chef?
No, it skipped a generation. My dad's mom was the cook in the family.
Oh, yeah, grandma.
And then her grandmother. So it usually skips a generation, and then somebody gets the gift.
Yeah, very good, very good. So, is that what inspired? Is that your background that got you into culinary? Is that how you got involved?
Yeah, it started with her when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, and I watched her cooking these huge family dinners, and she'd wake up early, 4 or 5 in the morning, get cooking all the way. She'd be starting it early in the morning cooking dinner. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She's like, I have all this and this and this to go. Everything takes 3 or 4 hours. You think I can do all that in one time? And so it's just fun to watch her go and work. And even as she got older, she's just bouncing around, just doing her thing. It was great.
Great. Very good. How did you come up with a menu for Rhythm and Brews? And what inspired you on the Cajun side of things?
Really where I'm from. My dad's family has been from about 40 minutes away from New Orleans since the French brought them over from Africa as slaves and sold to America, were freed, and they stayed there. A lot of us really never left. They went kind of to Georgia, a little bit in California, but that's really where they're from. And like a couple creeks right by my grandma's house that you could just go right in and grab the shrimp and the crawfish for dinner, grab pounds of them. And so I got homesick, and Andrew and Monica were lovely enough to let me bring that on up here and share it with them. I'm gonna see.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, very good. So how long have you been up here? Like you were born down there, I would imagine, right?
I was born in Las Vegas, actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, my mom and dad were in the military at the time, and
Gotcha.
so they were stationed in the air base out there.
Yeah.
She didn't have to go to Desert Storm because she was pregnant with me, or she got sent over and then sent back once they found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
We moved to Louisiana. About halfway through elementary school, I moved to Tampa, where her and her family is from. And then I moved here in 2011.
Your grandmother was the inspiration for recipes and this style of cooking for you?
For quite a few of them, yeah. A few of the recipes are straight from her. A few of them come straight from her grandmother and beyond. And then the rest of them are either my own spin or somebody else in the family, like, a cousin who actually likes cooking as well, and they came across something great and they made their own. And so I like taking all of these different styles and spices and blending them together, and because everything changes the flavor, everything changes the experience, and before you know it, you're having this whole new dish. And so we kind of took it that way and made it our own.
Very good. Now, do you have any kind of special memories or favorite memories about your grandmother's particular, maybe a dish that was inspired by, your memories of your grandmother at all, or?
Oh, her peach cobbler is definitely one of the biggest things for me. That was really the first dish that caught my eye, because you could smell that from down the block. And so I remember waking up, and she was trying to get me ready to go to church. And obviously, as a little kid, you don't really get everything about it yet. Why am I waking up at 6 in the morning and getting dressed? And I'm in all these great clothes, and you're cooking a breakfast that I'm going to ruin these clothes in anyway. So why are we doing this? And then all of a sudden, I smelled that peach cobbler, and I came out and get a little fingerful, and she smacked my hand away and told me, when we get back from church, you got to get ready and be good behaved today, and you get some. And that was the first time I was ever on my best behavior for some food. They said I remember, and from then on, I had to have it. It's been a staple at Thanksgivings, Easter's, really anywhere that I could share it. That and the sweet potato pie.
Oh,
She does this killer sweet potato pie that kind of takes a little bit of pumpkin pie flavor with some cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and kind of just brings this home sweetness and really makes it an actual dessert.
Yep.
throw a little whipped cream on top in it, and those are really the big things for me. Obviously, it's the sweets that stuck with me as a kid, and then you get the jambalaya and you get to all of those actual Bourbon Street style dishes. It's
Very,
just it's a wealth of delicious food.
very good. Very good. Now, let me ask you, it sounds like you've had a bit of an opportunity to travel and live in different places.
Yep.
Have any of those places had any influence on your style of cooking besides, being from New Orleans?
I'd say every single one of them. I did some backpacking through South America, and it was one of those. I'm one of those people where I'm on my best when I'm just, as the name of my company suggests, when I'm wandering. I just backpack and get lost in one country, come down a mountain, wind up in another, and end up in a street fair where there's food and festivals everywhere. And
Yeah.
so you take. And then my first job was actually I was 10 years old back in the States, and I lied and told them I was 14 so that I could get the job. And it was at this Mexican spot in Tampa, Florida.
Yep.
And my whole job, I was just back there all day, rolling and filling empanadas all day long. I mean, 500 to 1,000 of them. Just
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I was I was the conveyor belt, just assembly lining out the empanadas. And so I just it started young. I grew up in culture-filled areas that weren't really just based in one culture, one style of living. And so I really wanted to bring that. I got excited by that blend, and I wanted to experience it as much as I could. And now that I've gotten the chance to go and do all of that, I want to share it.
Awesome. Now, how do you think I was reading up on you a little bit there, and I guess you were also a chef with Abe and Herb.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I've been there. I really like that place. Tell me a little bit about how that's probably prepared you to implement your new venture with Rhythm and Brews.
Well, that's easy. I kind of always knew that I had the cooking skills and the desire to do it. But what that prepared me for was kind of the administrative side, cost of goods, labor, all the paperwork, all the stuff that I really avoided doing. And just my whole life, I kind of just know I want to be a line cook. I want to cook, and I don't want to deal with all of that. But it kind of gave me a taste, considering now it's all on me. So it allowed me to get a taste to see if I had a real aptitude for it. And so once I started succeeding a bit there, it really boosted my confidence. And then when you start putting on 150 person events, and you prepping properly throughout the week so that when the time comes, they're just cakewalks. It's pretty exciting, and it gives you a nice jolt of confidence.
Very good. Now, do you have a catering side to your business as well, correct?
That's correct. You don't just have to come to Rhythm and Brews for that. If you already have your own venue for a wedding or such, and you went to New Orleans one time and Cajun food just rang your bell, you can call me up. We'll put together. I'll give you all sorts of menu options. We'll put together a package that you love and enjoy, and I'll make sure we get it set up and cook what we need to on site, prep what we need to, everything up to code. And
Wow.
I guarantee that your guests will really enjoy it, and they'll leave satisfied. That satisfied feeling is what we go for. It's this thing called the itis. When you eat it, you're just ready to let all your troubles soak away and take a nice solid nap or relax, whatever your nightly afflictions are. And that's what we try to do.
Awesome. Very good. Now, is there any particular menu item that you're most excited about people trying, or is there a favorite that you just really enjoy, or somebody's just going to love what you're making? Is there a particular one?
There's a few. The Cajun dirty fries is the simple one that really everybody will love. There's really not a person out there who would dislike blackened bell peppers, delicious cheese mix, and French fries tossed in Cajun with some bacon bits. Take that out, and even the vegetarians can go for it. So and then two of my favorites are we have the Taste of Nola, the Taste of New Orleans section. It's two simple dishes. It's jambalaya and yakamine.
Yep.
And those are two of my favorites because jambalaya is a staple. My grandma had a dozen different recipes, everything from midnight snack real quick. You could whip it up if you woke up in the middle of the night, to the jambalaya she calls good plate jambalaya. You bring out the nice china and all that good stuff. So she had all those different types. Those are the ones we brought around for. Those are the Thanksgiving jambalayas, the graduations, the baptisms, all that good stuff. That's when you brought that stuff out. And Yakameen is, I think, a terrific example and blend of the fusion that we're trying to do, because it implements Creole seasonings that include, former slave ancestor spices with the French infusion on top of the Asian infusion, noodles in the broth and in the broth as well. So you really have 3-4 different cultures coming together over centuries for this one dish. And it's not a lot of places up here selling it. And so I'm really excited to be able to share that a little bit. I'm excited to see how people take to it, because I think it has the potential to really be something special.
Awesome. Very good. Well, I'm really looking forward to trying this. This is pretty exciting. Is there any questions that I didn't ask you that I should have, or is there something that you feel that our audience needs to know about you or about the Cajun style cooking?
Oh, that Cajun style cooking it's comfort food. It's soul food. It's meant to put a smile on your face and leave you satisfied. It warms you up on a bad day. It celebrates the good days. It's that kind of food. And if you're in the Cambridge area, and if you have any kind of event, from you just want 10 of your friends to come together to 100 people for a wedding, or if you're a band and you have 150 people that are going to be there, we have the space for it out at Rhythm and Brews, and I'm excited to share it, because it really is one of those passion foods, and people can really connect with that when they taste it. They know somebody back there really loved their time putting it in.
Awesome. Very good. And how can we find you? Where, obviously you're at Rhythm and Brews on Bishop Street in Cambridge.
Yes, sir. We have Instagram at the Wandering Cajun _ between each word.
Yep.
As well as you can find us on Facebook, and there we'll have links to the digital business card. You give us a call, email, to have all of our services provided and how to get in touch with us and get that organized.
Awesome. Very good. Well, listen, Darnell, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
You take care.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.